What's up guys, LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 15 of a Madden 16 Fantasy Draft franchise. Pretty big game here going up against the Baltimore Ravens. The reason this game is a little bit bigger than most other games is I'm pretty sure if we win this game, we clinch our playoff spot. We are tied with only one other team in the NFC right now, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. Outside of that, we're 3 games up on any other team, so the NFC is really weak this year. The next best team besides us, I think, is like 8-7. So because of that, we are actually basically a guaranteed team in the playoffs and a guaranteed 1 or 2 team, which I believe will keep us from the wildcard round. So that's some good news right there. We're going to start off with a relatively good kick return by Odell Beckham to take it back to the 27-yard line. So decent field position right here. You're going to see I'm going to start our actual drive or the actual clip at our 41. And the reason for doing that is because we're not actually going to get anything going on this drive. You see right here, Jameis Winston is actually going to try to throw it on the run. And this is a very interesting game for us. Jameis Winston, I try to throw on the run with him a lot this game because the Baltimore Ravens had a really nice edge rush against me, and they always seem to have to make me move out of the pocket, and I consistently try to run with Jameis Winston and throw it on the run, and it didn't seem to work all that often. Another thing I did a lot this game is I got guys like Odell and other players of that nature on one-on-one opportunities to try to get some big plays, and for the most part, I didn't realize this, but Odell is the type of guy where if you can get him on one-on-one opportunities, he's going to succeed probably about 90% of the time because he's just a dominant player. But we're going to get the running game established. When you get the running game established, that is when you can get those one-on-one opportunities for your players, because otherwise they're going to just send zone coverages. But when you got a nice run game, they're going to try to bring those blitzes, and that's where you can get those one-on-one opportunities on the outside for guys like Odell or Emmanuel Sanders. So here we go. You see, I'm going to run a big play here with 4 verticals. I see Odell getting matched up one-on-one on the left side, so I'm going to throw a bomb to him. He is going to jump up and with ease get over the cornerback for the first touchdown for us of the game. The first touchdown for the whole game for both teams, and that's going to give us a 7-0 lead. So that's not the only big game we're going to see out of Odell, or not the only big play we're going to see out of Odell this game. You see right here, we're going to be back on offense after a nice defensive drive, and another big play by Odell here to move down the right sideline. I don't really know what it is with players being able to catch up with Odell in the open field, but this is something that I want to fix. I almost kind of want to create my own roster. I'm not actually lying. I'm thinking about creating my own type of Madden roster because Odell is not the fastest guy. I'm not gonna be biased towards him. He's not the fastest guy. I know that, but he's not the type of guy where if you have 8 yards of open field, you're gonna get caught up to. And unless their safety is one of the fastest guys in the league, which I don't think he is, just out of probability, I don't think they should be catching up to Odell in the open field like that. I think he should be getting maybe tackled at the 10-yard line, but not tackled at the 30, if you guys know what I mean. Either way, don't want to stretch that subject too much. So you see right here, we're going to look, and we got a one-on-one opportunity with our big tight end, Ladarius Green, and he's going to come down with the catch right there to get us the second touchdown of the game, 14-0 lead. You see he's going to spin that one on the ground, and then he's going to start shaking his hips. I don't really know what type of dance move that was or where he learned it, but I'd rather not ask. So here we go, back on offense. You see we're going to get some crossing routes. I don't know what it is about that play, but that is called my money play, and it always tends to work. It always tends to get either Ladarius Green or Odell Beckham open on that crossing route, and it does so once again right there. You see right here, 3rd and 1 though, we're going to try to keep this drive from ending, so we're going to try to throw it up or run it up the middle with Jamal Charles and continue this drive, and we're going to do just that. He's going to get about 10 to 15 yards on this run. Jamal Charles has really stepped up the past couple games, and that whole dominance by him is going to just continue throughout the rest of the season. But right here, we're going to throw another bomb to Odell, and almost identical to the last touchdown catch by him. He's going to catch another one on that left side because I don't know what they're thinking, but they think they can shut him down with one-on-one coverages, and that's never going to work, as right here we're going to take a 21-0 lead. Not only that, but I upgraded Odell's stats. If he wasn't already a beast, he's like a 98 overall now for me. So we basically have probably the best receiver in the game right now, overall-wise. Him and Antonio Brown, I believe, are tied now for the best overall in the game, just with the development. And because of that, we're up 21-0, and he's just absolutely beasting on this whole team. So you see here soon they're going to start realizing that they need to double team Odell, and things are going to start getting much more interesting for me as this second half is going to become really difficult. You'll see things get really interesting as they start to lock down on my passing game a little bit more. But you see right here, we're going to be playing some pretty bad defense, to say the least. They're going to keep marching down our field, and you see right here they're going to move within 7 yards of the end zone. So this is not looking very good for us. We've got a pretty big defense, and we always seem to make big plays when we need to, but sadly we're not going to be able to do so on this drive specifically, as they're going to get that touchdown over the middle to their tight end to give them their first 7 points of the game, really, but still a 2-possession lead. And we're going to have to mess up pretty bad to allow them to get another chance to score this quarter, because there's only 36 seconds left in the half. So hopefully we can just kind of calm down. But we don't do that, because for some reason I try to throw it on the run. This is something I always try to stress to myself whenever I'm playing, really. It's that you don't want to do too much, and you don't want to assume that they can make the same throws in the game as they can in real life, because more often than not, you'll be disappointed to find out if you try to make a deep throw or something like that while you're on the run, it more than likely will not work out. You'll probably misfire by about 10 yards. And in a situation like that, it will more than likely be picked off. So typically what I'm going to try to stress to you guys now is a quick Madden tip. Never try to throw deep on the run. It never works. Typically don't even try to throw short on the run. Just don't throw on the run. It never seems to work unless you got a guy wide open and there's no real risk in it. But that decision by me was just stupid, and I'm starting to pay the consequences. Right here, you see that they're actually going to get some momentum as we're only up by 7 now as they're working their way down in this second half. So here we go. We need to step up. This is getting really scary for me because I'm really trying to keep the momentum, really trying to keep the lead. But they're going to continue to march downfield. You see, now they're going to get on my side of the field at my 47-yard line. So we still only have a 7-point lead. It's very slim. And with the way they're marching down right now, it's looking like we're going to have to try to start playing with a tied ball game. Because they're just, look at this, they're just killing us. And right here, they're going to throw a bomb to Deshaun Jackson. I don't know. My safety just got lost in coverage. It was partially my fault because I tried to get him on that big hit. And we're going to miss, and Deshaun Jackson, being the fast receiver that he is going to manage to get down there with basically no trouble whatsoever. And guess what? I just continue to not learn from my mistakes as I'm going to continuously try to throw on the run. And once again, I'm going to throw an interception because that was nowhere close to my receiver. Luckily, though, I believe on this drive, we do step up a little bit. And if I remember correctly, yes, you see right here, it's 3rd and 11. I believe we stop them right here and prevent them from actually getting a touchdown. But of course, with this amount of room, they're able to hit the field goal. There's only a 27-yard field goal, which is automatic for almost any kicker in the league. And because of that, they're going to take a 24-21 victory. I mean, 24-21 lead. And that's an issue because that means that we got to start playing from behind. And if you look at it in its totality, they have a 24-0 unanswered streak right now. We can't just allow them to get 24 points in a row and not answer. So right here, we're going to start throwing those quick passes. And we're going to start marching downfield because we need to start getting back in this ball game. I haven't had a nice throw. I haven't had a nice drive since about midway through the second quarter. So that's about a whole quarter of terrible play. And that's just not acceptable. It's right here. We're going to throw it down to Odell. And we're actually really lucky that the cornerback wasn't able to cut that one off because that probably would have ruined our whole entire drive. And that may have killed the momentum of the game. But right here, we're going to throw one over to the right side. And look at that receiver downfield doing those great blocks. It's going to give us about 15 yards of extra room. And sadly, that's going to be the end of the drive, but we will be able to put some points on the board, which is all we really needed, because all we really needed was to get back on the board and get some momentum. And so now it's tied 24-24 going into the fourth quarter. So here we go. First play of the fourth quarter by the Baltimore Ravens will not be a good one, as they're going to throw it over the middle to, I believe, Trey Boston. Yep, Trey Boston with the interception. And here we go. Great way to start the fourth quarter is to put us in field position to take the lead. Not only that, but right now we're in position to hit the field goal that would give us the lead. But we're going to throw a bomb. And Kevin White, pick up the ball. The ball flew up in the air, and Kevin White just decided to not catch it while it was just flying right in front of his face mask. That's okay, though. Luckily, I have a good kicker, and he was barely able to knock that one through for the 51-yarder. And because of that, we'll take a 27-24 lead. So here we go. Of course, the Ravens are going to come back with some ferocity and just try to take the lead, because that's exactly what they did earlier when we were up by 21 points. So if we weren't able to secure a 21-point lead, there's no way I can feel comfortable with just a 3-point lead. Those are two very different scores. Right here, you see they're marching downfield, and it's the same way that it was on their 3 previous touchdown drives. They just always seem to find the open receiver, and something about this quarterback, I believe it was Ryan Nassib, a guy who's not even good. He's just throwing complete dots out here, and I don't understand it. But right here, they're going to get the running game going as well. And once they have the running game and the passing game on lock, there's not a whole lot I can do. Luckily, once again, we're going to stop them in field goal range. I know I'm not showing a lot of the big stop plays, but I'm trying to keep it kind of in rhythm, just show you guys some of the highlights. And because of that stop, it's going to be a 27-27 tie. So very interesting. Very much a back and forth game. We can't deny that. And right here, we're going to get the ball with 3 minutes left. And Jameis Winston actually just got a game winner, I believe, about 2 weeks ago in real life. I can't remember what team it was against, but we're going to try to get a game winner here and just have a game-winning drive. As right here, Jamal Charles is breaking ankles. Man, I really wish I got that final spin move, because if I broke like 4 ankles on that play, man, that would be so highlight worthy. But here we go. We're going to look over to the left side of the field and hit our guy, Ladarius Green. This guy is just a complete monster, as you guys know. He's usually leading my team in receptions, and he's usually either first or second in receiving yards. So there we go. He's a great guy to pair up with Odell. But luckily here, Jamal Charles won the game for us. I can't lie. Late in the game, he was able to break some tackles, shrug off some defenders, and because of that, he was able to continuously get us first downs, which would allow us to run down the clock. And as you can see, as the clock winds down, we will take the 30-27 victory off the field goal. So here we go, guys. I believe we are now 10-5, 11-5. No, like 11. Yeah, like 11-5, I think. 10-5. I don't know. I'm just guessing right now. Somewhere around there. But because of that, we have basically secured our playoff spot. I will show one more game, and after that game, I will actually sim to the playoffs because I don't want to show like just regular season games that have no real meaning behind them, just for the pure purpose that I don't want to bore you guys. So the next week's or tomorrow or 2 days from now when I post the next episode, that will be the last regular season game until playoffs. So I hope you guys are getting pumped and ready to see what we do in playoffs. If you guys enjoyed, please click the like button below and make sure to comment your opinion of the series and what you make more interesting in the comment section below. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for staying true to this series even after the long break I took. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.